that sound good? If so, let's get started. All right, so there's a lot of takeaways here, guys. Please take notes. Feel free to reach out, ask questions, Michal, if you see questions that I should be answering, if you can put them into our private Skype, I'd appreciate it so I know to deal with them. All right, takeaway number one. This was the biggest mistake that people make, and I'm going to make you guys do a little exercise in a minute. This is not going to be a monologue. We're going to be working together because I want a transformation here today, and I want you guys to have an aha and a eureka moment. And I think a lot of you can understand what they've been doing wrong and what they need to put right. So get ready to work it a little bit. This is going to be different from anything you've experienced on a session, I think, with Roger and I in the past. So number one, wrong products. The biggest disease, the biggest mistake that people make with e-commerce. You see, most members who came to Vegas were selling the wrong products. They were trying to sell products that had no chance of ever making money. I'll give you one small example. I won't mention his name, but a guy came, he wanted to sell toys. And the sort of toys he wanted to sell were just like boring toys, you know, like Lego sets and mine toys, something that was just, it was just boring. And he was gung-ho, he came, and he didn't understand why he had not yet been successful. And the biggest problem that he had, and the mistake he was making, is that he did not understand the basis of e-commerce and what it is all about. Again, I'm going to get you guys working in just a second. But more than that, our group that came who had not experienced success, a lot of them had the same problem. They'd spent thousands of dollars trying to sell the wrong product. That is a guaranteed failure. There's no point throwing money at something that doesn't work, and even worse, throwing even more money on top of money because it didn't work the first time. All right, that is guaranteed going to lose and not going to work. So I'm now going to put you guys on the spot. What I'd like you to do right now, okay, right now, I want you to give me a specific product that you would like to sell online. And Donna, correct, Lego's not boring, but when you understand e-commerce and how you sell, you understand that just putting a bunch of bricks on a ad or a Lego set is not enough, Donna. So don't get me wrong. I love Lego as well. My kids growing up all love Lego, but it's hard to sell online in e-commerce unless you do something which I'm going to share with you in takeaway number two. All right? So I want you to write down products. Okay. So let me go through some of these products, and we're going to see what people have to say. All right. I'm going to start off over here with David Coos. David says he wants to sell cell phones, okay? Now, let me ask you a question, guys. If you were on Facebook and you're just browsing around and you just saw an advert for an iPhone, would that make you go, wow? No, because you see that everywhere. You'd see that absolutely everywhere. Guys, here's lesson number one. You need to sell something that people would take a look at it and go, what on earth is that? What on earth is that? Okay, here's another example. Christopher wants to sell camp cooking pots. Okay, you've got to find, Christopher, something in that cooking pot niche of yours, your camping niche, something that a camper would take a look and go, what was that? Something that is just makes them stop in their tracks. Okay? It's got to be Robert Gardner's got it. It's got to be a wow product. Okay? I'm not saying in your store you can't sell pots and pans and cell phones and goodness knows what else. But the person who said iPhones and cell phones, I'm going to give you a better example for a front-end product in a couple of minutes. Okay? Jean-Luc, survival lamp. That has a real potential. A survival lamp. If there's something unique about that lamp, Jean-Luc, you could sell that as your front-end product. Again, everyone understand this. On the front end, we want something that's going to stop people in their tracks and go, wow. So, for example, when Roger has these cute little baby grows that have cute sayings on them, and he's selling them to grandmothers, and they're just cute as heck, and it's the funniest thing on earth, right? that's written on the T-shirt, on the baby grow, every grandmother looks at that and goes, that's hysterical. They want to buy it, but on top of that, they want to share it with their friends and their family. Okay? Does everyone understand that? Guys, this is gold dust. All right? And when you start having aha moments and light bulbs going off, I want you to start sharing that with us. Okay? Exactly, Leon. Such as a video of babies wearing a cute bib that's got a saying on it that is just irresistible. Of course, you want to share that with everyone. Okay? That is very, very important. Okay? A necklace for good luck, says Sharon. Potentially. But is there a wow in that? And guys, I want you now to start thinking. I want you only on the front end to think of something where someone in your niche will go, wow. Okay? Start thinking about that. We're going to get there in a second, but I want you to start thinking about a wow factor. Now, it doesn't have to be something that's just ridiculous, but just something that's going to stop people in their tracks and be very excited about it. Okay? Now, let's just go over what we shared with you a week or two ago, just that you get this, right? It's going to be something that you're not just going to find in the store. So if it's an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy, forget it. You're fighting with price and you're fighting with what people can see everywhere. If it's a great deal about something, that's good. But you want something, ultimately, which is visually show-stopping. That's going to work great on a video. I'm going to get to this point. I'm going to elaborate upon that in a second, because you all know, based on last week's training, that video ads are the hits right now. They are very, very powerful. So I want you to start thinking about something which is visually wow, something that's going to stop people as they are in their Facebook news feed, okay? Or something that people are completely passionate about. So right now, all right, right now at this point, we're in the middle of an election. So if you had T-shirts for one side or the other, and it was like something that was really passionate for someone or against someone else, do you understand if you were to target your target audience, for example, if you were to target Democrats and write something that wasn't very pleasant about Donald Trump, or if you were to target Republicans and write something that's not very kind about Hillary Clinton as a T-shirt that had like a wow type of slogan on it that people are feeling inside, do you think you would stop people in their tracks? Absolutely. Okay? That's the type of thing we are talking about. Now, the next point is, where are you going to find your inspiration? Where on earth will you find your inspiration? So I'm going to give you a couple of places. I want everyone to walk away and start looking for these things so they can start thinking about what they really should be selling. How many people here are in our Etsify program? Just write the word ET for Etsify. If you're in Etsify, and just ignore me if you're not in Etsify. So we've got a good group of people, Randy, Beverly, Jay, David, Nancy, DJ, Charlene, Sharon, Travis, Trent, etc. Excellent. You are amazing. So you guys in Etsify, you know how to find them. You've got software that's going to help you locate people that are selling stuff on Etsify. They've done all the homework for you. They've done all the work for you. They've done all the testing. They've got it to work at Etsify. And now your job is to transfer that into Shopify and scale the thing up. But you can find, you've got software that's going to help you do that. Those of you who are in one of our Amazon programs, our Amazon programs, right? You guys know that there are gold mines on Amazon. Amazon has, you just look at different categories, look at things that are selling, and your eyes, right now you've got e-commerce eyeglasses on. You're looking for products that you can, that people who are searching on Facebook, just looking around, you know, finding out what's going on in their local area or speaking to friends, something that they're going to go wow about. All right, and those who've got Azon have got Big Red. That's like mining for gold for you all day long. Okay. The other thing is, you can just look into Roger's six-figure markets. He's got them all up and running, and you can do similar things. Obviously, you're not going to plagiarize Roger, but you can just follow what he does. But anyway, whether you've got Etsify or whether you've got Azon or whether you have been on one of Roger's masterminds before, those are 3 locations. Everyone here can look at those locations. You can look at Alibaba and search for products in different markets, and you're looking for something that you can say, that people will say, wow, about. Okay, guys, give me a big I in the chat box if so far you are getting this. All right, everyone is getting this. And again, when you start seeing how things are starting to fit together, let me know. And Russell, I can see you're having an issue. We're going to get there one step at a time. So you can imagine, at the beginning I said I've been frustrated this last week. You can understand why I'm frustrated. Because everyone in Vegas walks out with their stores loaded with red-hot products, their front-end product, everything's set up. And anyone that was just experienced what they experienced, even people that are brand new, right now, they are unstoppable because they know where to locate these products, just non-stop. There are tens of thousands of products that could sell like hotcakes right now, and these members, every single one of them, knows how to get their hands on them. So you can understand why I've been frustrated and why I want you guys to be able to just get this information and absorb it. And for those of you, again, I got a bit of a surprise for you at the end. What I call an executive decision I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. Okay, that was takeaway number 1. All right, now, okay, takeaway number 2. And I started to allude to this in my first comments. Positioning. Positioning, okay? E-commerce requires you to be somewhat of a marketer, all right? And I want you to understand this. If e-commerce was just, hey, let's go and throw a product on Facebook, spend thousands of dollars, and then I become rich, everyone could do that, everyone would be doing it, and you wouldn't have the ability to make a load of money because the market would be dead by now with people that started this months and months and months ago. But the fact is that you need to have, you have to be somewhat of a marketer. At the end of the day, you are not selling on price necessarily. If you're doing Amazon, it's all about price. And that's the limitation of Amazon. But when it comes to Shopify, through Facebook, the key is not price. I want you to take that out of your minds. If you're thinking that you have to undercut everyone else, that's not true. What you do need to be, you don't need to be an expert, you don't need to have experience, but what you do need is to have some sort of unique angle to position this product that you're going to sell that's going to make people go, wow, and it's going to make people stop and take a look at what you've got and, as a result, purchase. So I want us all to do a quick exercise. And someone before said that they wanted to sell cell phones. I think that's a big mistake because there's nothing unique about a cell phone. But I want you to imagine, instead of selling a cell phone, imagine we're selling an iPhone case. Now, this is something I believe would sell like absolute hotcakes. Anyone who wants to do this, you could just run and throw this up now, okay? Imagine an iPhone case that could stick to anything, right? You could stick it on the wall. You could stick it on a mirror. You could stick it in your car. You could stick it and use it for all kinds of things, all right? I'm asking you, if you had to shoot a 10, 15, 20-second video, and you don't need to have any expertise in videos, you use your iPhone or you have any other smartphone, you're just going to shoot a 10, 15, 20-second video, all right? How would you position that product so that people that are searching, we're going to target people on Facebook that like cell phones and love gadgets, right? Easy to find. It's an amazing market. It's a buyer's market. It's a huge market. You could scale up a business like there's no tomorrow in that market. That's a huge takeaway for you there right now. I'm asking you, 10 to 20, 30 seconds, how would you position that video of this incredible type of product so that people would go, wow? Give me an example. How would that video look like? Randy has seen one of those. Sticking to a wall, sticking to a car dash. Yeah. It's a sticky case. Correct. Post a unique, funny video, says Eric. Excellent. What would you do? Tim, something that's funny. How would you do that? Guys, think about it. How would you position it? Okay? I mean, what you could, Dean's that's genius, stick it on your forehead. Right? Just something ridiculous. Love it. Dean, that is brilliant. All right? Miriam also wants to stick it on her forehead. Stick it on a cat, says Lisa. Don't hurt any cats in the process. No animals were injured doing this. I would show people playing on an iPhone, and then they play together, not afraid that it falls on the ground. Okay, that's good. Bathroom mirror, says Tom. Jody says it's already out there. Correct. But Judy, I'm giving an example of stuff that is out there. But again, that doesn't bother us. If you can come up with like a unique, something that's funny type of video or something that's different, it's a humongous audience. You have the potential to sell this. But something else I'm going to tell you, Jody, because it's very important. I already mentioned that people that were at Vegas are able to locate these products before anyone else is selling them, and can locate them like this and get them up within 2 hours. You can have an entire business up and running. This is the biggest takeaway of Vegas altogether, is that when people came to Vegas, some of them had spent months building one store. They left Vegas knowing that they could set up a store, set up their Facebook ads, test it out with no more than $50, and know within 3-4 hours whether they're about to make a huge amount of money or they should drop it. So I'm giving examples, Jody, but you can find these products all day long and test them, and within 2 days, you can have tested 4 or 5 products and hit a guaranteed home run. All right, so Jody Munistano, just confirm you understand that, because this is important. Okay, Jody's saying, wow, thanks. Okay, so this is the example. It's about positioning of your product the right way. So I just took a company, you're right, this is a product that some people have already got out there. So there's someone there shaving that's using and watching the NBA at the same time. Got someone that is using the iPhone as an information center while she's putting on her makeup. You know, just cool little ways that you could use this. And these aren't even funny things, but you could use this in a funny way and you'd have a unique advantage. But guys, again, what I said to Jody is key. If you knew where to find trending products and products that weren't yet on Shopify, weren't yet being sold on Facebook, they're just on Etsy, just on Amazon, and you could find a unique angle that's different, you could not go wrong. Guys, do you understand why it's so important for you to find a little tweak, a little something, a little difference in your market so that people go, wow. Do you understand that? Everyone's getting that. And Peter's asking, how do you create these videos? You can. We're talking about 10, 20 seconds. If you don't want to be in the video, you don't need to. Right? You could give $20 to someone at university and do that if you wanted someone else to do it for you. But you could just shoot the video without you actually being in it yourself. But you can do this in 5-10 minutes, guys. That's the beauty. The more corny it is, the more homely it is, the more basic it is. Just so, guys, I got this crazy iPhone case. Look at this. Stick it on your forehead. Stick it on the mirror. Stick it everywhere. It's enough. If you were to target gadget lovers, right? I don't care. I'm going to buy that. I love gadgets. I don't care what. I'm going to buy that. All right? And then, of course, I go to your store that's full of other gadgets. Or if it's, specifically you want to target people like cell phone gadgets, you then in your store can sell all kinds of other things. Okay? In fact, let's do one more exercise. Because I want these guys, I'm not sure about that, Tim. Tim wants to pose nude with it. And you may run into Facebook problems there, Tim. I don't want to get you to get your Facebook account closed overnight. But guys, let's go to the next step, all right? This is not on my notes, but you guys are hot right now, so I'm going to continue. People look at your iPhone case. It's going crazy. People love it. You're going to get crazy engagement. They're clicking on the ad. They're going to your Shopify store, add to cart. You're going to get great conversions. And by the way, you can buy those cases for like $1, all right, and sell them. I've seen them being sold for $35, guys. The price, and even if you sold it for $15, $20, the profit is just ridiculous. You could be absolutely awful at Facebook ads, and you could still make money on the front end, or at least, and this is the key, break even. So I just gave you like a gold mine right there. But let's imagine we get people into the store. What else would you want to load your store up with? I'm all ears. Write it down. Give me one more product to put into your store. I've just purchased an iPhone case. Right, this gadget. Give me one other thing you're going to have in that course. Inside of your store. Chargers, cords, headphones, Find my car key, says Nikki. Extra charging cord. Selfie sticks. I like that one, David. You want to think of things. A waterproof iPhone case, says Sean Ford. It's hot. Okay, guys, again, just think of different things that are a perfect fit. And the beauty about Shopify is that you can run ads, throw them into your store, have 5, 6 different products in there, and when you find out that most people end up buying item number 3 or 4, with the plugins that Roger shares with you or shared with you in the last training session, you can simply direct them to that with a plugin. Literally in 30 seconds, you can create the entire funnel. When people buy my iPhone case, send them to product 3, put that at the front of the store so that because I know that that's the most likely product that they're going to purchase. So that's how Roger takes a $20 buyer and turns them into a $80 buyer when they buy the upsells. Guys, give me a big OMG in the chat box if it's starting to fit together. I know we haven't finished everything. I've just got the ball rolling here. But if you're excited about this stuff, okay, I can just tell you if you are excited about this stuff, you just need to wait because you are likely to fall off your chair. Okay, cool. Excellent. If you've got any questions, write them now. Michal is here. She is typing fast. I've never ever seen anyone type in my entire life. And she is here for you guys. This is an Ivy League graduate who's doing incredible things and is enjoying her own success, helping you guys achieving success. Is all one for her, so that's amazing. Frank says it's beginning to make sense. Amazing. Okay, great. Oh, goodness me, Tim Fleming. Okay, especially after your first comment. Now, again, I think you're beginning to understand my frustration, guys, because, how do I say this? Everyone that was in Vegas just got this. They just walked away and got this. They know where to find products coming out of their noses and out of their ears, and they now know how to position every imaginable type of product. If you can grasp those two ideas, A, where to find non-stop products. Without Roger here, I'm losing my voice. And if you could grasp this idea of how to position, you cannot practically go wrong with e-commerce because you don't need to fight on price. You will fight on marketing, and you will win every single time. In Amazon, it's all about price because your competitors, they're all trying to undercut one another. And when you're in a market where there's a lot of competition, you've got to somehow find a way to set it for less. That's not the case with Shopify. With this tiny little advantage, like the exercise I just shared with you, you've got an advantage over everyone else. Okay, because when you have that little marketing excellence, and it literally everyone was at Vegas just got this, and that's why I'm going through this with you right now. You're going to get a ton more engagement. You're going to have people sharing. OMG, have you seen this iPhone case? This is ridiculous. You're going to get viral engagement. You're going to get viral traffic. You will get more sales for a lot less money with your Facebook ads. And you've got your store with all the upsells, which over a period of a short amount of time, you will know where to position the upsells for maximum effect. All right. Exactly, Tim. That's exactly right. Okay. Now, point number 3, and this is important, guys, because I've been doing a lot of introspection as well over the last 7 to 10 days. I've been doing it really for the last couple of months because we have a couple of groups of members. We have people that just are flying in e-commerce, making money. Let me ask you guys right now, who here is making money? Who's at least making a couple of $1,000s a month in e-commerce? If you're not, don't say anything. If you are, write me. Okay, who's right now making money? Jody is making money. Beverly's making money. Nikki's making money. Richard Billings is making money. Eric George is making money. Tavis Young is making money. Kim is making money. All right, a lot of people here are making money. So we have 3 groups. We have people that are already making money. They somehow got a head start. They join us and they just explode their business. We have another group of people, I'll be honest with you, that just don't do anything. I can guarantee you one thing. None of those people that do nothing, they will not be making any money, right? That's the only thing that's guaranteed in this business. And we have in the middle, we have a group of people that are testing things, but they're not moving quick enough. In other words, they could spend 2 months trying to build a store and it was the wrong store to begin with. Whilst our Vegas graduates can get up and running and testing in a couple of hours, they're spending a couple of months. It didn't work, and they've run out of energy, time, patience in order to try something else, and they give up, okay? And what I found is the biggest thing of all is you need to see the overall picture. It's made up of 3 components. We've already shared with you the product selection stroke positioning stuff. You've got to set up all the right way, and you've got to have your traffic coming in the right way. But it's the combination of these 3 things working in a synergy that is the key to absolutely crushing this. If you just get product selection and positioning right, but you don't get your Facebook ads, and you're not choosing the right ads to fit your product, and you're not setting up your store to win for that particular niche, that particular product, vis-a-vis the traffic you're sending, even if you've got 2 of those 3 right, you're going to have a problem. It's all interconnected. You're going to choose products because you know you can position them the right way. You don't choose the wrong products and then say, heck, they are not selling. You are now going to have e-commerce eyeglasses on, and you're only going to choose products that you can position. You know you've got a way to position them the right way. You're going to choose your store funnel based on what the traffic, what it's looking for. You're going into gadgets. You're looking at a market of people that love gadgets. You're going to set your store a certain way to make sure that it's going to appeal to people looking for gadgets. Now, these are easy things, very easy, but it's the synergy that makes the difference. You build your traffic to target the kind of people that would take out their credit cards out of their pocket, right? There's no point going for markets that don't have money to spend. So you're targeting traffic for people that are going to spend money. You're going to build your store in order for them to spend a lot of money. You're going to position the pocket, you're going to position the product, rather, in order for them to look whilst they're searching on Facebook to go, wow, synergy is key to success, okay? And it occurred to me that we have a lot of members here that are successful with e-commerce. We have a lot of people looking for a breakthrough. And yet, everyone in Vegas walked out and just got it. Again, I'm just re-establishing the feeling of frustration I've had, and why I'm doing this training, and why we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things to you guys, so that you absolutely get this. I want everyone that wants that synergy and wants to put it all together and wants the success and just wants to get this done once and for all. I want you all to be able to achieve it, whether you can make it to Vegas or not. If that is exciting to you, write in the chat box, excited, all right? Synergy is the key. So I want to make sure everyone, I'm talking to the right audience here, and I'm not wasting my time, because I've got a lot more stuff I want to share with you. But guys, again, if you just sat there and absorbed this stuff and just followed along and applied it, and we force you to apply it, you can't fail. You can't fail. You walk out knowing that you have built and will build a 6-figure business at least. You just know it. And it's not like a leap of faith, and it's not just an emotional feeling. It's an absolute knowledge that you cannot go wrong, because if I can set up a store with the right position, because I know how to do it, with products that make sense that they should make a lot of money, and it takes me 2 hours to test it out, 3 hours, let's say maximum conservatively, 4 hours, 5 hours, even 1 day, and it didn't work. I just repeat it again with a second or third product, then I hit a home run, okay, because I'm doing everything right. And when I know the signals that Facebook is feeding me, I know when I continue another few dollars, and I know when I need to stop because I'm never going to make money. When you have that sort of expertise and knowledge and confidence, you're completely unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. Okay. Our members in Vegas, of course, they immerse themselves in this process, and they have no choice but to succeed, because they just threw themselves into the deep end. Guys, let me ask you a question, honestly. Who here is willing to immerse themselves, absolutely immerse themselves, to put on their blinkers, ignore all the outside influences and all the other people that are selling you on all kinds of stuff that's out there? Who here would be willing to completely immerse themselves for, let's say, a week? And I'm not talking about going to Vegas. Obviously, people here are unable to make Vegas. But would you be willing to invest a week? No TV, no side distractions. You would actually, stop doing other things. You would sacrifice perhaps watching the football or watching the baseball or watching the politics, and you just would focus. Would you be willing to do that if it would be transformational for you? All right, this is important, guys. Immersion, remember that word. Focus and immersion. Okay, and I just shared my frustration. Because how do we as a company, and I've been looking at this in the mirror, how do we as a company allow as many people as possible to immerse themselves in this experience where most people will never, will not at this stage, be able to join us for a live event? And nothing beats a live event. But how do you get people to experience and have that breakthrough and have whatever it is in order to propel their business without showing up for an event that I know would change anyone's life that showed up? All right, so that was my frustration. I think I've got a solution for you guys, and I'm going to share it with you in a couple of minutes. Takeaway number 4. And admit this. Let's look ourselves in the mirror. Write me in the chat box if Facebook to you feels a little bit daunting. Write me in the chat box if you admit that for you, even today, even with all that Roger's taught over the years, that you feel that still Facebook is that elephant, that big thing in the room that still gives you a little bit of a scary feeling. Okay? All right. Anyway, I can tell you this. I mean, people came to us to Vegas. We had different groups of people. We had people that weren't scared about Facebook. They had money to blow. They lost 5, 7, in some cases, I think it was even $10,000 plus, trying out Facebook ads because they're selling the wrong things or they didn't have the right positioning of the products. Okay, that's one group of people. Some had not started because Facebook, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know how to do it. It is a huge roadblock for members, and most of you have agreed with that assertion. Now, the fact is, Facebook doesn't need to be scary. And I'm going to share with you why, and I'm going to give you some insights. Number 1, if you can't test your product, if you don't get results within $50, and in most cases it's within $10 to $15, you drop it. Okay? There are some circumstances that you may go up to a couple of $100s, but that's unusual. Roger and Mike, who's doing it for us right now, with Michal, you're testing $10, $15. You already know if you're onto a winner or a loser. Why is that important, guys? Because what I said to you at pretty much at the very beginning, once you get this mentality and you understand that Facebook is there to help you, and Facebook is there to provide you and wants you to spend as much money as you can with them, they want to help you get results. But they don't know what you're looking for. You need to test and you need to set up Facebook the right way. But you only need to spend $10, $15 to know if you're on for a winner or a loser. He knows, and everyone in Vegas knows now, when to stop at $10. And they also know when they continue to $50. And only in very certain circumstances where you're making sales and you're just looking at conversions which you got to a couple of $100. But they know when to start and when to stop. So that's number 1. Anyone that thinks, oh my gosh, Facebook, I need to be prepared to spend thousands of dollars and who knows, I could end up losing my house on this. Wrong. If you're thinking that way, it's because you've been taught Facebook the wrong way. It's not how you do Facebook when it comes to e-commerce. Here's another thing. And I want you to understand this because this is a huge takeaway. Roger doesn't always score a home run with his products. He fails. F-A-I-L-S. He fails. However, within 3 to 5 products, he will always hit a home run. Right now, he's normally hitting it every 1 or 2. But in the past, when he was already making serious money, 3 to 5 products, it would normally take him to score a home run. So here's a big takeaway. If you've got one product in one niche and you're spending all your time on it, I've got bad news for you. You can never be married to one product in one niche. It might work, it might not work. If after $50 it doesn't work, here's some bad news. Drop it. It is the biggest entrepreneurial disease of all, being married to a product. But if you are in control of your Facebook and you know after $15, $20 it isn't working, you know to drop it, It's a relief off your shoulders. And if you could set up a store and another niche or another product in your niche within a couple of hours and test that, you would never be married to any one product. Guys, I need you to write in the chat box the letter D for divorce. If you're willing to sell from products that do not work, write D. All right? You need to, that horrible D word, we don't like divorce normally, but when it comes to e-commerce, it comes to business, we have to be prepared for the D word, divorce. Right? Horrible word, unless you're in business. And the worst word when it comes to business is marriage. How many people are married to their product or their niche? They spend weeks, months, if not years. They spend all their money and their life savings. I'm not going to mention any names, but I can mention your first name. Martina, I want to get your feedback on this. I won't go mention your family name, Martina. But Martina, is this making sense to you? Just a little bit of a background. Martina has spent months, tens of thousands of dollars, testing one niche, one product, or one set of products in that one niche, didn't get results, and is just still throwing money at it. Big mistake. And Martina is saying absolutely. All right? Guys, people are saying that they're almost feeling redemptive at the moment. They're almost feeling, wow, this is a weight off my shoulders. Guys, are you feeling positive at the moment about this? Just give me a yes in the chat box. Are you starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel here? That what you've probably been doing up to now is you've been married to a product, you've been married to an idea, you're throwing all your energy into it, you're not nimble, you're not fast, you don't know necessarily what you're doing with Facebook, and you're making mistakes. Nikki has seen the light. Owen Williams is empowered. Nancy Bowie says, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. The only thing is, guys, we're sitting right at the end of the tunnel. We're right there now. Okay, let there be light, says Tim. We've got biblical quotations. All right, and here's another thing. If you knew, and I'm going to change a mindset that so many members had, I really hope that which I'm about to say, which is coming from the heart and the mind, but primarily here, right, coming from the heart, if I could only get this into you, you will have a change and a transformation. If you knew that you would score a home run within 5 attempts, heck, let's say that you really don't get this immediately and it takes you 10 times, but you knew that after 10 attempts, where each attempt took you a day, that you would score a home run that could make you $100,000 in sales, of which 30, 35, 40% is profit. Would you ever be scared of failure again? Write the big no in the chat box. If you would accept, you would never fear that evil thing called failure ever again. And I know I'm going a little bit rah, and I understand that. I know I am. I'm saying it for a purpose because I know 99% of members that have issues are scared of failure, married to one product, because they don't want to accept that they have failed. And there's nothing wrong with failure. If you know that after 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 times, 10 days later, you get your home run. Of course, you need to scale up once you get there, and it takes you a good couple of weeks to start making meaningful money. But once you get those results, and people in Vegas started getting those results in front of our eyes, it's game over. It's simply game over. Okay. No, being married to one woman is a good thing, so, Tim. All right, now, and if you had to spend $250, 5 tests of $50 to make you 100 grand, would anyone be scared of that if it was controlled? They had complete control over what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Of course not. Only a fool would be scared to be testing small amounts of money when they know there's a gold mine at the end of it, right? Only someone that doesn't know what they're doing would possibly not be prepared to do it. That is the difference between someone that was immersed in what happened in Vegas and members who have not been immersed, all right? The reason why you wouldn't be scared is because Facebook would tell you what the marketplace doesn't want. If it doesn't work, it's because people aren't interested. And if you knew when to stop, hey, I spent $20. Yeah, I spent 2 hours on this, but I'm going to stop after $20 because the marketplace doesn't want this. and hey, I'm getting some reaction, but I'm not breaking even on the front end, so I should continue another $10, $15. Heck, I'm starting to see a bit of a change here. Let's continue another $10, $15. Heck, I'm starting to break even. Bingo. Okay? So you know when to start and when to stop. You wouldn't be scared of failure. Now, here's another secret for you guys. Once you get the right product and positioning, advertising is the easy part. Because Facebook is only complicated when you're not in control of the process, when you don't have something that is unique to sell or a marketing angle that sells it in a way that people go, wow. Once you get that up and running, like a cell phone case, you can buy those things for dirt cheap, you can sell them at a high price point. Even if you mess up Facebook, you could break even with that, even by messing up. So anyone can create a silly video for a Facebook ad within a couple of minutes when you've got the right product and you've got the positioning up your sleeve. You get that right, the actual Facebook ads are not the problem because those are easy. It's just do this and do that. And again, everyone that experiences the Vegas experience just knows how to do this. There is nothing that can hold them back. Now, this is what I truly wish. Okay, and I can see Pat saying, I wish I could afford this live program. Who here, be honest, absolutely at this point wishes they could be at a Vegas event. And I know you guys can't. And I know that, and you know, even though we've got a couple of spots left, I know some people can't take time off work. I know some people at this point cannot afford it. I know some people, for whatever reason, you know, traveling, whatever it may be honest. Who wishes they could be there and have an absolute guaranteed transformation? Right? Everyone said yes. Pat saying yes. Tim, everyone's going crazy. I've got a wish. Okay? And I'm going to do something that's going to help a lot of you guys out. Here's my wish. I wish that every member here had the ability to immerse themselves for 4 days of content. I just wish everyone could. Absolutely could. Now, I'll be honest with you. The value of being there and doing this and experiencing this content and being forced every step of the way to implement it is invaluable for a lot of members that haven't enjoyed success up to now. I know 100% that if you were to follow along and were to start making sales in front of your eyes, you'd start seeing the thing working for the very first time. I know that your mindset would just completely change. And I know that mind shift and knowing you're being successful would be the biggest gift that this training could possibly ever give you, because it would lead you to the place that you would then know that you can do it. You would suddenly realize you're unstoppable and that you can do it because you know all the bits and pieces, you know what you should be doing, and you absolutely have everything in place. And even if you don't succeed the first time, you know why it's not working, so you can get it right the second, if not the fifth time, especially when you can get this up in a couple of days and do 5 tests and make sure you get a home run. Confidence is the key to your transformation, because once you know what you're doing, and once you see and you can read the Facebook signals, you would achieve 100, if not 1,000 times more in a fraction of the time. You'd no longer be scared to test things out, and you'd be no longer scared to fail because you would know that within a certain amount of time you would have success because you would have experienced it. At one of these events, you would just experience it. We have members in Vegas that had aha moments and suddenly had success. Best of all, you get rid of the biggest disease that is the source of all failure that I think you're probably experiencing. I'm going to send you, here's a mega quote from Susie Kassem, an author. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Write that down. You can take a snapshot of that page. I think on the right-hand corner, there should be like a camera sign. I think you can even take a picture of that image, or take an image rather of that picture. Fear kills dreams more than failure ever will. It is fear that is holding you back because you don't know. You don't know what you should be doing. And sometimes you do know some things, but you don't apply it because of the fear of failure. But if you have everything in place, failure is part of your success. Does that make sense, guys? If you just started seeing sales happen in front of your eyes and you started to see that, you would not suffer from this anymore. This would be game over. I hope you agree. If you were at Vegas, if you had access to 4 days of event training with worksheets, with support, and you were literally held accountable and forced to build a killer store with red-hot products, fully loaded with those products, Facebook ads firing, that you saw results with your eyes, that you would totally transform your business. I cannot continue further in this presentation if I do not get 850 yeses. If I'm talking to myself, I'll just, we'll cut it short right now, okay? Because, all right, everyone sees this. Okay, so now, here's my problem. I've got a resolution. Here's my problem. It's been nagging at me for the last couple of weeks, ever since we had the first Vegas event, and especially over the last 7 days, I'm seeing so many people reaching out to support, reaching out to me, please, please, I beg, I can't do it. By the way, the new Vegas event is $20,000. I know that's a big stretch for a lot of people, but it's worth a lot more. We had Bill that came to the $15,000 initial event and said, I want to tell you something. By the way, we have his comments on the Vegas Applied page. Bill says he'd spent $150,000. I think that's a lot of money, but $150,000 for a mastermind that did not give him what this gave him, because this was just practical. Do this, do that. This is how you analyze. This is what you do if this happens. All the scenarios, all the permutations, and he just walked away. And there's, it's a term that's overused, blown away. But what's most important for me is that he just knows he's going to strike absolute gold. And in fact, during the event, you'll see that Bill, in fact, is a successful person by chance. And now he knows what he needs to do to just 10 times his business. He's just going to do it. So we have a big problem because only 15 members could possibly join us at a Vegas event. We know 100% that anyone that just viewed that content will walk away completely transformed. Their business will be up and running, totally unstoppable. So what's been plaguing me is, what the heck do we do for you if you can't afford that transformation? You may not have $20,000. Yes, you're convinced it will make the transformation, and it absolutely will. Anyone that appears with us, comes to Vegas, absolutely will get a transformation. But maybe you can't join. Maybe you can't afford that at the moment. Maybe you feel as a result you're destined to fail. And I want to tell you that that's not the case. I spent a lot of time thinking about this, not knowing what to say to many of the members that want this material. What can I do to get this material? So I've made an executive decision that's going to change a lot of lives, okay? And even if you couldn't afford to fly out to Vegas or could not afford the transformation event, I'm going to do something now. I'm just warning you, though. It's actually 50 seats that I've got available for this. It's going to be something that's going to completely revolutionize and transform you. So please bear with me for a couple of minutes. But warning, there's going to be a rugby scrum for this. So please bear with me, and please be ready. I'd like to invite you to a crazy offer. The craziest offer we have ever made. It's going to pay, if you want to come to a Vegas event, what I'm about to do will pay for that event 10 times over. So you don't need to worry. You will be. And by the way, the reason why I'm doing it, I'm just being upfront about this. Anyone that's going to be part of what I call the virtual Vegas front seat, every person that joins this will eventually want to come to Vegas. Because when you start making money, and you may want to make 10 times that, it's going to be obvious to you that joining us in Vegas is something you're going to want to do. There's 3 components. Access to Vegas 1. That was a $15,000 event. 2, stream access to Vegas 2. 3, 12 months mastermind. I just want some reassurance, guys, that I have not wasted the last 7 days of my life. Give me I want in the chat box. I'm going to do something insane if you want me to continue. If you want Vegas, you can't get on the plane, you're stuck at work, you're stuck at a job, you're stuck the other side of the world, you can't afford $20,000 at this present moment, okay. So you're going to get access to the Vegas $15,000 event. The sessions, the breakout sessions, the hot seats where the transformations took place, the insights, everything. You're going to follow along step by step as Roger walks you through the entire formula from scratch, how he finds those incredible products, how to position them, So you just get it. When you see 12 members go through the hot seats and you live almost like a reality TV show where you live this experience, you will feel you are there. It's transformation. Even people and some of our weaker members that just, were starting in e-commerce that went there and did the last of the hot seats, by virtue of listening to the first 10, 11, they just got it themselves. You will get this. You'll know how to set everything up. You'll be driving Facebook traffic, and you're going to get results. So you're going to follow along as Roger walks you through this. And you'll be able to walk away from this incredible training with your own e-commerce business set up, firing, firing, firing. Nothing comes close to experiencing Vegas than being a fly on the wall. After this, you're going to have your store set up with red-hot products ready to sell like crazy. You're going to have your Facebook ads firing and firing and firing. You will know when to stop after $10, $15, when to continue to $50, when to continue, when to scale, what the signals to look for, and will just get it. You'll have your products positioned. So you can get Facebook traffic whipped up into a frenzy of buying. So they don't just buy one product, you have upsells, everything in place. And most importantly, guys, we're going to show you how to do this time and time and time again. This is a skill. Once you pick it up and you inherit the skill, you can do it for yourself. I know we have members that came to me saying, look, Barry, I want to do this deeply for my child. I've got a young child going to university. I've got younger kids. I don't want them to have to suffer in the workforce, to be laid off at the age of 25 after making someone else rich, being thrown into the rubbish dump. I want to be able to give something to my family. I want to give it to my kids. I have someone who's coming to Vegas, by the way, who's doing this for their mother, who just needs to retire. I don't know how old she is. I think she's advancing in years, and the daughter just wants her to be able to retire. This is a skill that you can not just use for yourself, but to give to other people as well. Now, you may say, Vegas One, that's great. That's wonderful. But you may still have a question. Getting recordings of what has been considered the best e-commerce marketing event that's ever been, it still may not be the same as being there. So guys, I will give you the opportunity to experience Vegas 2 in lifetime. You'll be able to ask questions in lifetime. Michal will be there answering people virtually. So when I said that we have gone to the end of the earth in a metaphorical sense to bring in someone who has been part of a hugely successful online business, who has had and is working on our e-commerce stores right now with Mike, is in the trenches doing this, experiencing it, of course, clearly has the advantage of working with people that are making $400,000 a month. You will not just get the content, you have the ability to live the content, okay? Well, that's what you're going to get. Okay, so we got a massive bonus. The nearest thing ever to joining us at a Vegas event would be to follow along in live time, okay? You'll be getting access to the room, everything bar the food and the entertainment, which I think would be over copyright, and we therefore infringements, so we can't exactly take you to a show in Vegas with us. I don't think you're going to get much value seeing us eating good food together. You'll be access to everything else. You'll get access to Roger's presentations, his computer screen. You'll be getting access to all the hot seats in live time, interacting with Michal, who is fired up like never before to make sure you guys get the nearest thing to being there that there is. Plus, we're going to do breakout sessions as well with our virtual audience, so you can start applying this. I hope you guys are blown away. Who's blown away by this? Write a word, me, if you think this is one heck of a good idea. I know you're not meant to do that in the middle of sharing someone an offer, but I've been thinking about this for a week. Roger's away, and I just said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. But you may still be asking, what? $15,000 event plus a $20,000 live event? How am I going to get the same ongoing support from Vegas 2 so I can scale up my business and really go for it? Well, we're going to be doing 12 monthly sessions, Zoom sessions. So you'll be able to see Roger and I in the flesh. Roger's promised to keep his shirt on, which is pretty difficult for him on his holiday right now. But we're going to be doing 12 monthly sessions, one every single month. Hot seats with you guys. It's just like the guys in Vegas get. You're going to be doing hot seats. There's going to be community support, a lot of interaction with our team. It's going to be intense. It's going to be fun. But guys, this is it. And for those of you that need some additional help, please listen carefully. Again, we've got like 600 people saying, I want it. Give me the damn buy now link. It is extremely limited, as you know, because for live streaming, we're going to be doing this on a Zoom, and we can actually, it's not 30, we've actually, for Zoom, we can actually have 50 people, but that is it. We can't go beyond that. Zoom just won't allow it. I want that interaction. But for guys, if you need a little bit of additional help, a few other things you're going to get. Number one, you're going to get Vegas front seat transcripts. So basically, it's going to help many of you that, you know, video is great, but some of you just want to get the written material so you can read it in different places. Maybe you're not always able to watch video, but certainly reading content is something you would prefer. You're getting all the transcripts of Vegas 1. Plus, of course, it's going to allow you to review the content when you want to go back to it, and maybe you'll be able to take notes. You'll be able to highlight the major areas so that when you go and you're applying, you just know exactly what you need to be doing, and you don't need to go through the entire videos to get the content. Plus, this is another $997 value, accountability and follow-along worksheets. We are going to practically force you to be accountable to the process. After every session, you're going to have top-level notes and worksheets that were created by Mike Aaron, who's a hugely successful content creator. Mike comes from the world of content creation. I just want to tell you something. He wrote a 60-page book for our Vegas 1 members in Vegas whilst he was taking care of people. I've never seen a person able to multitask and create a masterpiece. Since then, he's touched it up. It's incredible. So you're going to have everything you need to start applying the material you learn. This is not just content. It's about application. You see people, what they're doing. You're then forced with worksheets to do it yourself and apply it yourself to keep you 100% accountable to the process. Okay? This, I think, and if anyone wants to argue me, I welcome you to do so. I would say this is the most powerful package other than coming to Vegas itself. And I know Vegas itself, nothing beats coming to Vegas. But anyone who's going to be part of this, I want to just tell you what's going to happen. If you can, once you start making significant money, those people that couldn't come to Vegas because of money, that ain't going to happen again. Because once you get this up and running, your next question is, okay, guys, I'm now making money. I'm making considerable money. Barry, Roger, what do I do to scale even further? And you're going to have the opportunity to meet Roger and I in person. So in this powerful e-commerce package, what I think is the most powerful one ever, you're going to get access to Vegas 1. That's a $15,000 value. Access to Vegas 2 live stream. That's 50 members only. $20,000 value. You're going to get V12, which is basically 12-month mastermind sessions. Every month we're going to do a mastermind session. That's another $5,000 value. Vegas 1 front seat transcripts. That's $997 value. Vegas 1 accountability and follow-along worksheets. $999 value. There is nearly $42,000 of value here. This is game over. Anyone who's part of this, it's game over. So if you wanted to be in Vegas, or you wanted to be able to just hang out with Roger and I and take your business to the stratospheres, this is it. Because now you can start making profits. You can experience a high-end mastermind from the comforts of your home with this particular offer and get your questions answered in live time. Michal is fired up and will be there for you throughout the sessions. You've got 12 monthly sessions, your e-commerce home. This is it. All right. Now, we did have 400 applications for Vegas. We've got 50 seats available with the live stream. Please be ready. Please no one say at the end, oh, I didn't know about this. Just, you need to be ready because this is going to go really, really quickly. We're going to do something even crazier. And you can ignore that huge number on the right-hand side. Roger said this should be $5,000, by the way. Gold version. You can get access to Vegas 1, the $15,000 mastermind. You can get the front seat transcripts as well as the accountability. For many of you, that will be enough. That's just $1997. That's going to save you. Instead of $20,000, you can get in for a fraction of the price. Now, ignore the $4,497 for platinum. We're going to do something on this webinar for the first small group of people that join us. You're getting access to Vegas 1, You're going to get a live stream from Vegas 2 with live interaction. You'll be able to ask your questions. 12-month mastermind. You'll be getting Vegas 1 front seat transcript, Vegas 1 accountability, and follow along worksheets. This is not for everyone, but this will be for anyone that joins this. This is going to be transformational. No one that joins this program are we going to allow not to get the job done and build their stores and be successful. This is what we're doing. It's the first 25 members. It's a small group of people that are joining us for now. We may do this again in the future. We may not. You can get access to Platinum, everything, including Live Vegas 2, a $20,000 mastermind for just a few $100s more, for $2,497. Everything. Vegas 1, live stream of Vegas 2, 12-month mastermind, front seat transcripts, front seat accountability, and follow along worksheets. Guys, this will go fast. Michal, if you can put this into the chat box, you need to go right now to VegasFrontSeat.com. Vegas Front Seat, and Gil, if you can do me a favor and also put that into the chat box. VegasFrontSeat.com. We got 50 seats for Platinum. 25 are getting a massive discount. You get access to $35,000 of real mastermind. This is not just, oh, we're going to throw a program together here. You're getting the entire Vegas 1. You're going to be a fly on the wall with the ability to ask and interact in Vegas 2. You're going to have Michal there helping you and answering questions. And Vegas 2 takes place on September the 12th for 4 days. You don't need to leave a day earlier. You don't have to leave a day later. You don't have to take any time off work in that regard on the days before and proceed and succeed. It's all there. It will be recorded for you, by the way. You'll be able to access that training even if you couldn't make the live sessions. So you're getting access to Vegas 1 and 2. So even if you can only make a couple of the sessions, you can make up for lost time. You can watch the recordings, and you'll be able to watch part of the sessions live if you can't make all of them. So you need to go to Vegas Front Seat as soon as you join it. Of course, we've only got 25. I know this is not going to be for everyone, but if you want that breakthrough, right in the chat box, I'm in as soon as you join. Just to let you know, also for those of you who want to do like a virtual mastermind, want to have like 6 weeks of intensity, that's for a small group of people. We're thinking of opening that as well, but guys, for 99% of you, this is it. Now, let me just tell you, if you're having a problem, I'm putting it up straight away because I know even though you're getting like 95% off what it will cost to go to these Vegas events, I know that some of you, you're having problems, you need to speak to someone, you need to wait a day, you need to speak to the bank, you may need to think, whatever it may be. If you're having problems joining, I want you to go right now to Save VFS. Gil, if you put that, or Michal, put that into the chat box for me, please. Save VFS, Virtual Front or Vegas Front Seat. Save VFS. All right, as soon as you join. Guys, I can see we do have members, believe it or not, have already joined. Please, I do need your name in the chat box as soon as you join. So do me a favor, as soon as you join, put your name in the chat box. I can see people already joining. I can see Victoria has already saved the seat, is joining. I can see Tim is in. Guys, as soon as you join, do me a favor. I can see, let me just look over here. I don't have names yet. Susie, you're in. You are safe. I can see a couple more people joining. Please, as soon as you join, let me know in the chat box. Okay, now, we've got some other crazy bonuses for you as well, which is insane. What we're going to do for you guys as well is listen to this. Our goal is very, very simple about this. We're about to get you a result that's going to 10x your ability to join our next Vegas event. And we know almost everyone that joins this is going to want to join us for a Vegas event. Once you're making a lot of money, significant money, it's just going to be obvious. But here's what we're going to do. Today's investment, you are going to take off. In other words, when you do join us, you take this course, you start ramping up your business, you start making significant money, and you want to join a later event. Number one, your investment today will be taken off the further investment when you join us for a live event. So this is almost like you're putting a down payment, if you like, if you want to, for the next event. So that is something very, very powerful. Okay, so we're going to take $2,497 off. So today, basically, you're paying for part of Vegas, and then you end up with Vegas for the next event. Now, and by the way, Marjorie, we've already taken care of that, by the way. I saw that as an issue. I've already taken care of that. Gary, let you know, we've already taken care of that. Number two, so that's already $2,500 off almost from the next event. Plus, you'll be able to join our next live Vegas event, whether it's in November or down the line. You're going to get it at today's price. So you don't have to worry the fact that it's going to go up. Every time we do these events, they go up. As more people enjoy success, obviously, our ability, we're going to charge it more every time. But you're grandfathered in right now. So that's going to save you probably about another $10,000 by joining Vegas Frontier, which means you're grandfathered in right now for the next Vegas event without having to pay the higher price. Plus, we're taking $2,497 off as well. Okay, we've got a couple of people here. Let me see. Okay, a couple more people have just joined. Welcome. I'm just waiting for names, guys. As soon as you join, Rob Record, you're in. You are safe. Welcome, Rob Record. Great to have you on board. And we look for it. Another person just joined. I'm just clicking. I'm seeing people joining. And just wait for the names to come through. Guys, if you joined, let me know. I'm not seeing the names, but I can see another person has just joined. Incredible, incredible. Okay, again, if you're having problems joining, I need you to go to Save VFS. Stanley I can see is saving his seat, is joining desperately. Stanley, all right, guys, you need to fill in that form. If you're having problems joining, you need to go. Latoya Campbell. Latoya, if I remember, Latoya, you're the one with the cool name. Are you from Jamaica? I can't remember, but you have that cool name. Latoya Campbell is in. Latoya Campbell is safe. You are in. Awesome. Yes, you are from Jamaica. Fantastic. All right. I can see Elliot Williamson. Of course, you're in. You are safe. And I want to say that we all can give a virtual thank you to Elliot Williamson because he reached out to me and told me about his feelings about this, how he wanted, desperate to be part of Vegas. Elliot Williamson, it's because of you we're doing this. I took it to heart. And I want to thank you and everyone else is joining. I also want to thank you as well. So, and I see a lot of people here saying thank you to Elliot. Fantastic. Now, here we go. I've got some other stuff here for you now. Just to let you know, if you do need some extra help and you want to be part of the virtual mastermind experience on top of everything, there's a form you can fill out after you join. Again, we're thinking of doing that. It's for those people that need even more. We're opening up that possibility as well. But you'll see there should be a form if you want. You can fill that out after you join. Now, let me answer people's questions. If anyone's got any sort of questions, feel free to ask those questions right now. I can see another name has just joined. Please give us your name. I don't see names coming in, but I can see people joining. So I'm just having a problem here with my merchant account. I don't see the names, but I'm just seeing every time I refresh, there's another person that joins. As soon as you have joined, please do me a favor and just confirm in the chat box. I can see Bill Sandham. You are in and you are safe. So welcome, Bill. Amazing to have you on board. Bill Sandham has been with us for a long time. JG is in. JG is in. You are safe. We have like 7 seats have gone already. Do me a favor, though. Once you join, I do need your name. Joe has saved a spot. Guys, those are going to go on a first-come, first-served basis. Please do this ASAP. Troy, I don't see you yet. But as Troy says he's in, I'm just checking. Arnold is filled in to save the spot. Okay, I can see, no, Troy is in. I can